So it's been a while since I actually did an Arthur vlog. So let me get one out. Something that has been bugging me since I, like literally, I saw General Moretti making Arthur vlogs or whatever, and kind of inspired me to start doing. I'm on another channel reviewing animes and doing other stuff. Like maybe I should start talking about writing too. But one thing though that she said that I don't agree with, and a couple of artists said this too, and not just her, that they don't read reviews. Here's the problem with not reading reviews. Not reading reviews, concern or constructive criticism or anything like that or complaints that people got. You cannot improve yourself as a writer if you don't read reviews. Like you say about the car situation, where they ain't read what all of the complaints about a car. They'll keep putting out faulty products over and over again. They'll lose a whole lot of money, a whole lot of supporters. And that's why you guys should literally read what people talk about. Like sometimes we be disrespectful because people just be offended sometimes, and they be into their feelings and they just attack your work for whatever known reason. And some be like actual critiques that can actually make you better. And that's the thing, and that's why I said that you gotta read them. You really do. You gotta gain tough skin and everything to be an author, because not everyone gonna like your work. Not everyone gonna actually understand what you will try to paint for, whether you will try to write for, whatever. They don't understand that, and you gotta realize that. So you gotta take that into consideration and just read these reviews.
The real question that always kills me is not necessarily is not that you have to, but the real question is why you don't. And the real reason is that most people in today's market are really afraid to be wrong. I mean, like, you see this everywhere. Okay, it's like, say like the light's red, the light's not red, it's green. Shut up, I didn't say that. Okay, take it back. Why are you afraid to be wrong? Okay, I understand it. Stand it. You put your heart, you put your soul, you put everything into writing, filming, editing, whatever. People, they don't like it. I get that. But there's a difference between I can't do something because basically they don't like it versus this person is trying to give me some actual helpful tips and trying because they've done it longer than I have, or they have way more experience and they know that this doesn't work. So they're trying to give me the go-ahead to it. The problem is though, also is that basically you kind of need to try and filter the ones that are trying to help me and the ones that aren't trying to help me, because sometimes that's kind of difficult to pick apart.
You can't go to your book fucking suck, worst thing I ever read. You can't do anything with that. or like that one bad review that I got. I just cannot let this one go.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I literally cannot let this one go. Give me a second. Okay, this one right here. Her name Lindsay Granberry did not like the language or content. Did not reward in the first couple of pages. Just garbage, trash, not fit to read. What? You read the first 2 pages. First 2 or 3 pages with Allie about getting molested by her dad. You about to try to rape her.
Attacked.
Well, attacked, molested, raped, whatever. You were trying to assault the girl. And you read that. And you were cussing them, calling all types of names, and that offended you.
Yes.
That is not a review, and that is not constructive criticism. That's just a personal thing.
People get offended by them in the fucking color purple, okay? Not the movie, the actual color. So again, anything is basically.
And then you get stuff like
this.
I only got 2 bad reviews on it. I got 3 of them. But most of all my reviews is basically good reviews. But
I'll post up the bad reviews.
This book was filled with bad grammar, pronunciation, and misspelled words. The characters were lost in long, ridiculous description. I got tired of reading about earlobes and hellish slaves. A good editor could clean this up and make this a okay book. 1 star. Really? It was that hard to read through the book?
I don't know, man.
However, it be some other criticism that you can actually take that is actually good. Like this 3-star right here. I was a little surprised at the versatility in this book. At first, it was a really big turnoff, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to finish the book. Once you got past that, which is the scene that old girl was offended by, this is a really enjoyable story. The only downside is it ended in a cliffhanger. Did it? What that cliffhanger?
I mean, if
this one right here.
What say like if basically if you count that some of the problems, man, were summed up and it led into another one, which the second book is gonna like clean up. Then yeah, I guess that's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, but if you're not used to the rougher books, then you may want to break yourself because this book is very violent. It's a very hard pill to swallow. I enjoy it though at the end. The grammar in the story is not the best, but you can get through it fairly easy. Which means I'll re-edit the book any damn way. And you know, when you read that stuff, like, okay, maybe I should go over and get a better editor re-edit my book. My editor did not do her job. There are an occasional typo or two which can be easily overlooked. Overall, I give this book a 3. It wasn't my favorite in the beginning, but because of the way the book ended, I'm going to have to find book 2 in this series.
Now, this brings up a very
Now, that right there was some constructive criticism, and that's how you write a review.
Nah, see, here's...
Motherfuckers. Go ahead. I heard you say.
See, here's a funny thing.
I got a bounce back. Go ahead.
That last review, yes, there was some constructive criticism in there. There was helpful warnings and everything else. However, I ended our last video talking about this, and for anybody out there who kind of understands how houses are made, listen. Houses are built by if starting off with a foundation, and then basically you build onto that foundation. Now, if the foundation is strong, it doesn't matter how you build it as long as you build it strong. Like if you build it weak, you can tear it down and rebuild on top of it, no problem. Okay, and sometimes when they want to start out with a good review, sometimes you hear a few nitpicks in there which really aren't growing, or say like which really don't help a person grow. I mean, like mentioning
like on my 5-star that you said that you don't trust those.
Exactly.
I
don't fucking trust those. I mean, honestly, to be real with you, my range of trust goes from 4 to 2. Like that's where it goes because those aren't like littered with bias.
1 star is just somebody that totally hates your work. 5 stars.
The girl read 2 pages.
She read 2 pages and gave me a 1.
Yeah.
2 pages, it gave me a 1.
Yeah, that's bias, buddy. And that's the thing of like when I say people.
I'll at least finish. I mean, I don't care how bad a book is. I'll at least finish the damn thing.
Or finish enough of it to like you have a valid opinion.
Like shit, I read like about 50 pages of this garbage.
Of a 51-page book. So, but like when I'm.
But read that last page. Fuck you, no.
But like when you actually look at the
foundation of something, this new one. Go ahead, John.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on. There's one thing I really gotta say though, and it is like when people complain about the building tools, not necessarily the foundation, but which in this case the foundation being the story and character motivations. Those are kind of like the foundation for those characters and where the story's going. Sometimes you don't need those, and you just go like you make a picnic, you know, which is fine. But like when people bring up editors and shit, it's like
you know.
I don't think that really.
When somebody brings up, when somebody says you need an editor, you need a better editor. Are you an editor?
I mean, even if they are editors,
I'm just curious. A lot of people that critique your work like that, not even authors. Like you could do it better. Why don't you just write one?
The reason why I say the editor thing is not that same
because no matter how popular the book, how good the book is, or good the author is, even Stephen King had errors in his damn book. So it's just how it is. We all gonna have errors, but you can clean up to the point that you have less of them.
I mean that too, and also the things in which some people count as errors, everybody they don't count as errors. I mean, again, remember remember a previous editor we had, she didn't like semicolons, and somebody else they might say
Chris,
those might be good.
Video, fuck you, Crystal. But wait, continue.
You still love that girl.
Depends on the situation.
but basically what I'm saying is that saying that someone needs an editor, stop doing that. For somebody says that we're doing this and fuck shit. But like looking at errors do not make a story. A story can be littered with errors and still be a good ass story. I mean,
if they're like unreadable errors, like what happened in I Play for Keeps, for instance, like you're like, what did she just say? That's a problem. Like it could be like an error, like, oh, he put ED or he put S where he wasn't supposed to,
or you
add a comma,
or basically, man, the reason, man, why Taking on the Dead got one, she didn't say quiver, you know,
she says
air holster, and you know, and that fucked somebody over so bad that they gave one
T-shirt with a capital T, he put a lowercase T as with a capital T. It's like inconsistent.
Or basically, or basically in Ibarra's case, you saying ground instead of floor, and it's like it doesn't matter.
By the way, in the update version, all that shit is fixed. By the way,
I'm pretty sure
every bit of that.
I'm pretty sure, but
I'm gonna pay some more money to get the shit re-edited. But anyway,
but basically
read this one though.
But basically what I'm saying is that errors, like if they're minute enough, they don't really affect the story like that you're reading. Now, again, mixing up names, mixing up people like who are there.
Now that's a problem. You know, you put the wrong name there. That's a little...
when a character isn't supposed to be there and then their name is
like maybe you in Arsu Armor. I thought she was talking about Arsu this whole time. Until Arsu actually showed up.
But basically, here is the biggest problem with that, and I may be wrong for this.
Can't do that, bro.
But basically, when like a character is prominent in the first half, or at least like the first 10 pages, and then they disappear and you never see them ever again, that's a problem. You know, or basically like
the sister showed up at the beginning of the goddamn book and just vanished. Like, where did your sister go?
You know, stuff like that. It's like
that's a story breaking shit right there. That's beyond grammar.
Which that attacks the foundation. Like that's not.
Yeah, I can fix the errors all day, but you just tell me that you don't like a character. Tough fucking titty.
That's the foundation. Like I can't change the character.
I can fix the errors. I can fix the commas, the semicolons. I can fix everything. Get it re-edited, make sure it's crisply green. But when it comes to change the entire story, I can't do it.
Especially when it's finished. So it's
finished and over 1,100 people already have it. The only thing I can do is make a better product.
Or you can fix those fix those errors.
That's it. I cannot change the story.
Which is basically my point about people who do complain about errors and you needing an editor. Because if it's unreasonable, I'm like, okay, fine, you know,
like,
need to
you
fix
still
that
gotta read this
foundation.
review though. To get this one out of the way before we end the video.
Which review is this now?
This one.
And how long is this stupid thing?
Right here, Demetrius.
Which book is this again?
My book.
For Ibera. I got you.
Ibarra.
Ibra. Is that it?
No, you like Ibarra? No, Ibarra. Ibarra? No. Ibarra. You know what? Yeah, it's Ibarra. Go ahead. Yep.
Jesus, dude. You say like you stuck in the Family Guy skit. Oh my Jesus. Wow, the stories. Oh yeah, this is coming from Shelves. Okay, bookshelf. What the hell?
That's his name right there, Demetrius.
Oh yeah, Demetrius review. Okay, this comes us from August 1st to 9th, 2017, updated on August 9th. While the story seems like a thinly veiled erotica, the fan fiction kind, there are still some parts of Ibera worth salvaging. The content wasn't what turned me off. It was how it was conveyed. Alice is always shocked or surprised. Oh yeah, this stupid review. You know, by things and comes off as a really shallow character development or repetitious. I'm about to end this right here because I don't want to play your phone. And I will post the rest of that up on the video. So yeah, you can read that for yourself. You know, and it's one of those things where now this is jumping into the thing of somebody who has a problem with character where there really isn't one, and they're making a problem where there shouldn't be one.
Well, after they explain characters, the only thing you can do is, well, I can make a lesson knowing the next book. That's the only thing you can do.
No. Like, that's that thing where I'm like, I don't know what you mean because you don't give me an example. I mean, and even if you gave
shocked
me
and surprised by stuff, okay.
And if you give me an example, and it's within the first 5 chapters, and she doesn't act like that in the later half of the book, then I have to tell you, I don't think you read the whole story. So, you know,
yeah,
like,
she did kind of change a little bit throughout the story, didn't she?
Yes.
I wonder. But like I said though, but to end this video off though, you see, like, basically, I got enough comments and people tell me about like some of the errors I had in the book. They actually motivate me to actually go over the book one last time, fix a few things, and then actually pay to get re-edited again, and then update the manuscript. The shit will be free for everybody that got the Kindle version. For those who got the paperback version, well, my Kindle version is free. So I will do it one last time. So get the free download, and you ain't got ripped up at all, because it'll be free for the person that already bought it, basically. So, hey.
There's no real problem. It's just the thing of...
Hey. No, honestly, they bought the paperback. They get the matchbook for free. Any damn way.
The only thing
you get the
that
book
I can
for free
say
anyway.
is...
So, yeah, that's the matchbook program. You bought the paperback, you get the ebook free. Because some people put that 99 cents, but if you already got the paperback version, get the ebook free.
But all I can say
is, goes will get it for free, so there ain't no point yelling at me about that.
All I can say is just don't be a shitbird and just say, hey, if this affects the characters or the full-on story, okay, fine. It's probably nothing that they can do about that, and I pose my problems or not, and I'll give them some critiques, and they fix it or they don't. But really, you can't grow unless people tell you, hey, what you're doing is fucking stupid. You know, like, that's just kind of how that works. Or better yet, you try and work around that.
Stop it.
Never say that. Never say that. But
no. Oh, you read that review like, change your careers. You know, baby, I pray for you. You can't write. This is trash. You need to throw this book in the garbage.
Now
that right. You read reviews like, I never got one though. When you read something like that, you be like, if I find you, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. That's how you feel when you read a review like that.
Maybe because there's no substance in those.
Like, I think you know, literally critique like sometimes you can't break down. Like he said that Alice was just because he's surprised or shocked about stuff, so a shallow character.
But I don't know what he means by that.
What do you mean? It's like seriously, that ain't her whole character. She in most of the books. She ain't shocked every time she end up there on scene. Like every time.
I mean, no. Like, we just made a review about College 101, and it wasn't a thing about like, well, yeah, we have no problems with any of the characters. It's just the fact of, or at least my personal problem was the fact that they just kind of ran through like really fast, and I didn't get a chance to kind of see them grow like a real friendship versus other shows or other books where basically the people are already friends and they've been together for years and they have businesses together and all the rest of that other jargon. And it's like, if they weren't, then show me their relationship growing. If this is supposed to be a character-based story, you give them problems, they don't like each other, and then through these bad things, they can grow stronger as friends, but you're doing it in a very weird way. You know, like even the Awakening did that, where basically she skipped half of the dang on story and then just kind of just made them become friends in 2 weeks. You know, I mean like I played for keeps. Like, that girl, her friends were her friends from day one, and that book got goofier and goofier like the more you read it. You know,
I will review that book on here, but that'd be, y'all would call us some mean ass people.
And then basically it's like maybe you're in love.
You know, Tiffany is Tiffany. I'm reviewing her book on
She met some brand new people on like in a brand new town, and then basically it's like they disappeared. So that's kind of where that goes. And yeah, if you critique it and say, well, yeah, I think that's bad, I think this way, try and fix yourself. But don't get all like, well, now they just don't understand this because like they're this way and I have this audience, and I'm like,
at the end of the day, it's just sometimes you can listen to it, sometimes you can choose to ignore it.
Also,
but you gotta read about some of this shit because they're gonna actually help you improve in the future. Like for instance,
I won't say
like Alexander Gordon with
Evolve,
like the Chronicle of Eden.
Evolve is the word.
Please read your review, son. Just read it because you repetitive as fuck.
Well, that's
and once you realize that you repetitive and you're using the same words, you're gonna improve. You're gonna get a bigger vocabulary. You're gonna stop repeating the same scenes, the same jokes all over again. You know, sometimes you gotta listen to that shit.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
Out of all these books, you like this the most.
Like his the most. And that shit crazy.
But
even because it's the same genre base, it's a fantasy. Well, it's a fantasy erotica.
It's not even about it being fantasy.
It's just the fact that it's fantasy. That's always my favorite. It's the most creative genre there is.
Actually, no. It's the fact that his characters are fun, they're lighthearted, and they're not really all that serious. Even in a serious moment, like, they still are badass and goofy and everything. You know enough about them to where that it doesn't, like, make you want to, like, grind man, the fucking book, man, like, into dust. And also out there for those fans, don't ever do what the Tokyo Ghoul fans did, okay? If something in the story happens and you don't like it and you say like you're a fan of the series, one of the books does something that you don't like, don't turn into Tokyo Ghoul fans and burn the books and try to like and stalk the author upon Twitter. Please don't. Do you know why they did that shit? Because Toka and what's the name, they got together and they didn't like that shit. So don't.
But the message of the story, please read your reviews
and get better and evolve. Now I'm not saying that we're masters, but again,
I'm trying to evolve. When we read if you have Ibora and Mizuki, when we read those.
But basically, if you have problems and you can tell us why you have problems, and you say, I don't like it. Well, we don't give a fuck about it.
I don't get anything for, oh my god, this new book is so crazy. Well, amazing. Acid, I love it. Oh my god. I hate Alice because she's a bad mom. Man, I love Felicia because she's so cute and smart.
And I kind of have this to say too.
All that they're praising, it don't do anything for me. Please.
I mean, again, also on top of that too, we don't give a fuck about the spoilers. Spoil the fuck out of it, but just tell us what the problem is so we can fix it. Give us examples. That's all I want.
Yeah, but anyway, we're going to end this video because we got some more long-ass, winded-ass videos to do, too.
Well, they're not really long-winded. They're actually really fun. I mean, people watch these things, man, while, man, they're fucking eating their dinner. So who gives a fuck?
Pretty much.
You know.
But anyway, make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Check out Jongravesshow below. Have a good one.
I'm a very opinionated asshole.
I see.